What's up, everybody? Today we will be talking about deja vu and false memories and reviewing a study called Effects of Scripted Activities on False Memories of Having Previously Visited a Location. Now, this study was done at a Japanese university, and the purpose of the study was to see if they could elicit a sense of deja vu from the participants based on a target scene that they were showed following a script of images. A script in this context is a sequence of images showing all the actions that would be performed to do an action you would normally do in daily life, such as taking the bus. The script of images were normally things like buying a bus ticket, waiting at the bus stop, that kind of thing. All the actions leading up to actually getting on the bus and going. Now, there were 12 different scripts and 12 different target images to match up with the 3 groups of 12 participants each. The first group was shown the images in the correct order, so the script was completely as it should be, performing those actions to actually do that thing. The second group was shown the images in a random order, so it would all be out of place, things wouldn't be as they would be. So you would start off waiting at the bus stop, and then you go back and buy your ticket, that kind of thing. The third group was not shown a script at all, and instead was only shown the target image at the end. Now, the third group did have to wait the same amount of time that it would take for the first and second group to run through the script before they saw the target image. The participants had never actually been to these locations, and to ensure that they hadn't, they were shown the names of the places that were being shown as the target images beforehand. If they said, yes, I have been there, I recognize that name, or I may have been there, I do not remember, they were given a different script and a different target scene as to not skew the numbers in the study. Now, on screen right now, you're seeing a table of their normal amounts of deja vu based on just their daily life, how much they actually get deja vu normally. It's on a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being never or I don't know, to 5 being a few times a week. As you can see, the numbers there are ranging between 1 and 3.5, depending on which item it is. The items range from places to situations, people, stuff like that. So it can get a broad range of how much they actually get deja vu in different situations in their normal lives. Now, the second table, which I just put up here right now, is showing their rates of deja vu based on which group they were in and the target scene they were shown. The canonical group is the group that was shown the images in the correct order, and as you can see, the numbers that they show are higher than either of the other 2 groups. So the city view from a platform is much higher. It's almost at a 4, whereas the random group and the no script group are hovering around a 2, 2.5. So you can see that the numbers are just generally higher for the group that was shown the script in the correct order. Now, as for what those numbers mean, the first chart is just their normal amounts of deja vu. Most of them reported getting deja vu once a year or less, but they wanted to make sure that the participants weren't prone to deja vu anyway, as in, if they were getting deja vu on a daily basis, you would not want them in the study because they would be prone to get deja vu just by doing these activities. The second chart is the important one. It shows the actual results of the study and how much they felt that they had been to that location they had never been to because of the script. Now, it was found that the group that was given the images in order did have a statistically significant higher difference from the random script group and the no script group, but there was no statistical significance between the no script group and the random group. So that is something to look into, whether that's just because the items were out of order or anything else that could have happened in the study. We're not entirely sure, but that is something to look into. Now, why that happened? The researcher said that it probably was due to the familiarity and structure of the actions in the script, that they were used to those actions and that feeling of familiarity was already in the front of their mind. So when they were shown that target image, they figured, everything else is very familiar to me, that must be familiar too. And I completely agree with that. I do definitely believe that that's what happened. The mind is very easy to trick, as we've heard throughout the semester, but it would be something nice to look into in the future to see if the target image and the script didn't match, would the same results occur? So you may be asking yourself why this is important. Well, we use our memory in our daily lives. I mean, when was the last time you looked at a map to go home? When was the last time you looked at your GPS when you were driving around the town that you grew up in? You haven't in years? Me neither. And that's all because of our memory, which we don't fully understand our memory, but we use it every day. It's something that is essential to us functioning. Now, as much as is important on a daily setting, imagine it in the legal setting, how important it is to show how easily the mind can be swayed. I mean, if you can show a jury that, hey, 12 images and a target image is all you need to convince somebody that they had been someplace they'd never actually been, it might put some doubt into their mind about eyewitness testimony or anything that they have heard from somebody saying that they remember something. If you can plant that doubt in their mind and it leads to somebody that didn't actually commit a crime not being convicted, imagine how important that would be. Not only to just have a more functioning legal system that's more fair, but to that single person, it could make a difference in their lives of not going to prison. And it's very important to just have that background of knowledge just to show everybody, and you can't go wrong with more knowledge. I mean, you can never have too much knowledge. As for why this topic is interesting to me, I mean, false memory is far from boring. There's so much research on it, there's so much you can learn, and there's still so much that we don't know. I mean, you could go on for decades of just doing different studies and still not find out everything. And I think that's amazing. I mean, we have this computer shoved into our skulls that we use every day, and we have so much that we still have to learn about it. And we have so much that can happen to that little computer. I mean, that computer does so much, but at the same time, it's so easily malleable and so easy to manipulate and sway into different directions. We're unsure of how it works. And I, for one, think that's amazing. I love that. I think it's great that we don't have everything figured out, because life would be really boring if we knew everything. Now, to end this off, I would like to ask some questions. Do you think you could have been tricked with that script of 12 images and a target image? And how often do you get deja vu? Yearly? Have you never had deja vu? Do you get it more frequently than you probably should? Leave your responses and any other questions you have down in the comments. This has been Danny. I'm out.